Приветствую вас, дорогие друзья. На игру разлагает на канале серии 988. Я продолжаю проходить Бэтмен Telltale Series. Мы с вами в прошлой части закончили первый эпизод, и сейчас читаем второй эпизод. Загляните Архима. Начинаем. Сейчас, надеюсь, это будет previously on Batman Arkham. Не Arkham, а Batman Telltale Series. Да, в предыдущих эпизодах Batman Telltale Series.
A revolution is knocking on Gotham's door. When this whole thing starts, make sure you're on the right side.
Mr. Wayne, thank you for opening your house to us. Together, we will change Gotham. Harvey Dent, Gotham's next mayor, and eager to know you.
Vicky Vale, not interested, and reporter for the Gotham Gazette. Carmine Falcone? Is the Dent campaign soliciting votes from Gotham's biggest crime family?
Your father knew which hands to shake.
Don't you know not to corner a wild animal? It's dangerous. I bet.
This is Selina.
How many?
I'd have to count the pieces. Falcone's calling card.
The chemicals. Where are they? We're all being played here, including you. It's... the Waynes. Well, the Waynes are the biggest gangsters in Gotham.
Я беру такой брок, который вы делаете, изменяется в соответствии с вашей манерой игры. Ага, мы на месте любили наших родителей.
Only you now, Master Bruce.
Аллея преступности, теперь что 38 минут. Полшестого утра.
I thought I might find you here.
Так
The news
думаю,
was
вечером.
upsetting for both of us.
You should see this.
I know you come here for solitude, Bruce.
More allegations about his ties to the underworld.
This isn't going away.
It's all so public and messy.
Tell me all of this is a lie.
I wish I could. There are no angels in Gotham, Bruce. Maybe there never were.
I've been dreading this day for nearly 2 decades. I hoped it would never come.
Forget the papers. I want to hear it from you.
The truth is,
Я тоже хочу
they were
услышать.
billionaires, Bruce. You can't amass that kind of wealth without making certain moral compromises. It's just not possible. That kind of money taints you.
My money has never corrupted me.
And I'm proud of you. But you're hardly the norm.
Да, это Бэтмен. Это необычный человек.
Hill greased the wheels of politics. Falcone was the muscle. Thomas legitimized the whole enterprise with his name. Your father, Hamilton Hill, and Falcone, they were partners. Nothing happened in Gotham without them knowing.
Ты все это
You
знал.
knew all that, and you
Ничего
never
не
let
сказал.
on.
You're behaving like I was part of the conspiracy. I want you to know, I had my suitcases ready. I couldn't stand to be around your father anymore. But then, they were killed. And you were all alone. And I just couldn't walk out the door. Everything I did, everything I've ever done, was out of love for you. I hope you can forgive me.
Может быть. Ну, все-таки
How could I
себе.
hold this against you? You're all I've got, Alfred.
Thank you. I won't let you down again. This is the first time I've been back here since that night. When the police called me to collect you, I thought they'd finally arrested your father. I couldn't believe a low-life thug like Joe Chill would have the audacity to rob and kill Thomas Wayne. He was simply too well known. Too big. Yet, there it was.
If my father was that deep in crime, he would have had enemies.
Может, что враг его
Well,
убил?
it's a
Может, да.
fair assumption. You don't think. You always said it was a simple mugging. In 20 years, you've never wavered from that story.
I can recall every moment of that night in vivid detail. But maybe that's wrong.
Sometimes we block out things we don't want to face.
Maybe there was some detail I overlooked.
Так, подсказать в прошлом. Ну, давайте смотрим переулок. Ага, он сюда
I want
вошел.
him standing here, right now.
And what would the Batman do with his own parents' killer? The possibilities are frightening.
I wouldn't trust myself around him.
Batman doesn't kill.
That's why I
Бэтмен
wouldn't
Брюс
trust
может.
myself.
He was stabbed to death in prison. No one mourns for Joe Chill, Bruce.
Смотрим граффити. Выписали разрешенный.
He just wanted to protect us.
He thought he was invincible. Sadly, he was mistaken.
No, it's just too bad he wasn't honest as well.
He had his flaws, yes. But you more than anyone should be able to appreciate that he was a complicated man.
Давай, он. Кинотеатр. Смотрим. Президент Хилл.
I love that movie. Saw it countless times at that theater. How long did it play there?
Only when you wanted to see it, Bruce. Your mother arranged the special screenings personally.
I never knew that. She was always so good to me.
Интересно. Я помню, в этом кинотеатре в Готэм-сити была битва с Загляните. Это крутая битва.
Where exactly does the memory end?
With my father pleading, "You don't have to do this." And the gun fires.
And after that?
А затем два трупа.
There are considerable gaps in that recollection.
Maybe. Do I really want to know?
Решение используйте. Идёмте. Только надо по оружию отобрать.
Stay back!
Take whatever you want.
Nothing personal, just business. He told me you had it coming.
You don't have to do this.
Tell Falcone. He's making a mistake.
Хотел встретить Брюса, но не успел, потому что
Are you
полиция
alright?
приехала.
It wasn't a mugging. They were assassinated. And Carmine Falcone knows why.
Надо его найти. Это был пролог перед вторым эпизодом. Полиция Готэма, 8 часов 56 минут.
Getting you in to see Falcone like this? I don't have to tell you how many rules we're breaking. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm always here for you, but this could land us both in hot water. I pulled all the strings I had with the lieutenant. This better not come back to bite us.
Relax, Harv. No one needs to know. We'll be out of here in no time.
Oh, relax, he says. As if Bruce Wayne won't turn every head in the building. Last time we brushed shoulders with Falcone, the press made us pay. At least tell me what this is about. Look, I'm all for blind support.
This is a personal matter, Harvey.
Fine, fine, don't tell me. But I hope none of this comes back to bite us. I don't want headlines taking away from my debate with Hill.
Dent, Mr. Wayne, welcome to the GCPD.
Thank you, Lieutenant.
Now, ordinarily, we'd never let you in to see Falcone, but it must be nice to have a DA in your pocket, Mr. Wayne. Bend the rules whenever you need it.
One hand washes the other, Lieutenant.
Is that how it works?
Он прав.
Of course. Otherwise, everyone has dirty hands.
What he means is, we'll repay the favor in kind.
I'm gonna call you on that.
Nice job bringing in Falcone. Yeah, that son of a bitch better not get off again.
He's not getting off the hook, Renee. Not this time.
Mr. Wayne, Sergeant Renee Montoya. I just wanted to say, some of us police support you, despite what the media is saying.
Thanks, Sergeant.
We had to put Falcone in the infirmary. Batman practically tore him in half. He's helped us a lot in the past, but if you ask me, he's out of control.
Well, whoever he is behind the mask, Batman's a hero to me.
And that's the problem. People are either scared out of their wits or they're trying to copy him.
Well, at least someone's getting tough
Что
on
это
these
против
guys.
Бэтмена?
I tell you, I'd rather have Falcone in here than out on the street.
You weren't there, Harvey. You didn't see it. All right, Falcone's inside. You say what you gotta say. We'll be out here.
Ладно, заходим. Эпизод 2. Будет разговор жесткий. Разлегся. Ты смотри. Дети Аркхема. Что-то он себя больного хочет.
Bruce Wayne. You must have some clout. My own wife can't get in to see me. Good thing I'll be out of here in a week.
We need to talk, Falcone.
You weren't so eager the last time we met. But then, I knew you'd come around. Especially after the press got their teeth into you. You're your father's son. Yeah, that's right. Tommy and I were close. More than friends. More like cousins.
Ты подослал Джо Чилл убить его.
Sent Joe Chill to kill him.
100%. Даже не помню.
So that's what this is really about, eh? The pop digging up a 20-year-old killer.
2 killings, and they were never forgotten.
You and me, we're practically family. I thought you'd have figured that out by now.
Что-то ты пиздишь,
Hey, I
парень.
tried to get through to you at Dent's party.
Какая мы
Maybe I should
семья.
have spelled it out.
Convince me then. Tell me a story about our big, happy family.
There it is. Now I got you hooked. Your father, Hill, and me, we ran this city. Still do. God damn this pain. Can't think through it. Morphine's on the side there. Be a good boy and help Uncle Carmine out, huh?
Это будет выбор. Сделать ему больно или сделать ему приятно. То есть помочь ему. Я выберу, пожалуй, первый вариант. Сделать ему больнее.
Not here to take care of you. You deserve to suffer for what you've done.
Of course. You'd never know the truth. How much of your old man is in you? What kind of son did he
Ты
make?
заговорил.
I need you alive, but only until I have answers.
Apple didn't fall far, did it? You got that Wayne seed. He loved you, you know. He did it all for you. He protected his own. But if you got on his bad side, your father was more ruthless than any of us. He had a switch, you know. Still, made us all rich, including you. Some people just have the mind for it. He was one of the most brilliant men I
Как я его
ever
не
knew.
убил?
Until you hired an assassin to take him out.
Тварь.
You really think I ordered the hit? Sure, I worked with Joe Chill from time to time. Put a button on someone, he'd take him out. But I never ordered that hit on your parents.
So who did?
Серьезно?
You can't trust anyone in Gotham. Least of all those you call friend. Your parents learned that.
Япона мать.
They're waiting for you in hell!
Montoya! Put the weapon down!
Я хотел взять вообще-то, но я не успел нажать.
Hands in the air! Stand down! Get a doctor! Secure this floor! No one gets in or out!
Он уже отправился тут свет.
Go!
Ну понятно, что она не сама действовала. Ее заразили. Полиция Готэма за 10 часов 20 минут.
shit. I bought us some time, but not much. Word's gonna get out, sooner or later. Why would she do something like this? We had Gotham's biggest crime lord in our grasp. This close, we were this close.
I don't know. I hardly recognized her when she burst in. She was so different from the woman we met in the hall.
It's a disgrace. Another officer gone rogue.
Just doesn't make any sense. She'd never do anything to hurt the department.
Falcone's case meant justice for 1,000 unnamed victims. And now it is a PR disaster. How can I run against corruption when our own cops are redecorating the precinct with their prisoners' brains? Listen, we gotta get out in front of this. We gotta spin it as best we can. Issue a statement saying that we have the shooter in custody. Details are still coming in and that we're investigating. The usual.
Someone planned this for a reason.
Even if that's true, the simple fact is she gunned him down in his hospital bed.
Lieutenant, Mr. District Attorney, Falcone's lawyers are here.
I can delay them for a little while, but we still need answers.
Tell me if she says anything.
Обязательно.
I have to know why she did this.
Alfred, Falcone's been murdered.
Good God.
I'm looking into it, but I'll need access to the back computer for anything I find.
Connection secured.
Alfred, I'm gonna try and confirm some suspicions of mine.
Я смотреть. Так, кожа. Мне надо получать тебя звонки.
Her veins, still visible beneath her skin.
Так, шая. Попридержите эту мысль.
Fresh injection site.
Да, ее чем-то укололи.
Doesn't look like blood. Alfred, I think I found the substance. Analyze and forward me the result.
Of course. I'll be in touch as soon as I have the results.
Where am I? Mr. Wayne? What's going on? Oh, but I got this awful feeling something terrible happened.
Sergeant, you have to think. What do you remember?
Oh, God. Falcone. I was hoping it wasn't real.
I believe you were drugged, Sergeant.
It would explain a lot. Listen, you have to believe me. I talk big about hurting thugs like Falcone, but I would never betray the lieutenant. Everything is so foggy. I remember a sharp pain.
There's an injection site on your neck.
Then it just felt light, like I could do whatever I wanted. No guilt, no consequence. There was a voice in my ear insisting Falcone was gonna get off. And all I knew was that I had to stop that. I had to, no matter what.
Did you see a face? Could you ID a suspect?
I don't think so.
You must remember some detail. Try.
I remember a hand on my arm, guiding me like a parent with a child. The voice, it was saying something about revolution.
Cobblepot said something similar.
I'm so sorry, Lieutenant. I've let you down.
We stalled Falcone's lawyers for now, but they'll be back. How is she? Did she tell you anything?
Don't worry about that now.
I found evidence that she was drugged.
Ее просто
Fresh injection site on the neck.
I was out of my mind, Lieutenant. Please believe me.
Hey, I do. Of course I do.
Hey, get forensics in here. Now!
She remembers a voice saying something about revolution.
That's not much to go on.
Now, if you're bringing forensics in, let's get Bruce out.
Alfred, I gotta get back to the manor. I've got a lead on whoever's behind this.
Bruce!
О, відкриваю.
What are you doing here? My friends in the GCPD have been telling stories.
Я очень спешу.
I'm sorry, Vicky. I don't have time.
Don't brush me off. Word is there were shots fired near where Falcone was being held. Know anything about that? I mean, you must have been back there when it happened.
Where did you get that?
So it's true?
No, I didn't say that.
Listen, I owe you for those files on Falcone. I got a lot of credit at the Gazette for that story. Whatever's going on here, you can't afford to be associated with it. Let me help you. I can keep your name out of whatever we print, but you need to give me something I can use. Who fired the shots? A cop? I can tell by the way you're brushing me off that something happened. Just give me something to run with.
Правда уже.
A police sergeant, Renee Montoya.
Wait, Sergeant Montoya?
You didn't get this from me.
Вот сложно поверить. Ну, это Монтоя сама не виновата.
Either Cobblepot drugged Montoya himself or someone else is using his revolutionary rhetoric. Either way, I need to find him. Let's put our drones in the air and start a search. I'll run a trace on his cell. In the meantime, we have to find out what we can do about this drug.
The computer's been analyzing the chemicals from Montoya's bloodstream.
Throw that up on the monitor. The residue scan on Montoya is similar to the nerve agent I found at the docks. Let's see what we got.
It's ironic that Falcone died at the hands of someone drugged with his chemicals. Who'd have guessed that's how he'd meet his maker? Prone in his sickbed, surrounded by police who were ordered to protect him.
Falcone had it coming. You cause as much pain as he did, eventually it comes back on you.
We should all be mindful of that. I hope he told you something before he was killed. What did you learn from him?
Practically family, he said.
Family? Funny, I don't recall any Sunday dinners with the mob.
It wasn't Falcone who called the hit.
Yes, well, I suppose that makes sense. Your father, Hill, and Falcone would have balanced each other out.
Computers pinpointed reference points on the two compounds. The men at the docks were doused with the base chemicals. The reaction was messy. We're out of control. This refined drug is like a weapon. It only took a small injection to strip Montoya of her moral filters and make her act on her base impulses. Both compounds seem stable, but they're quick to fall apart. Whoever processed it knew what they were doing.
What could the creators of such a drug possibly have in mind? Fighting your wars is one thing, but drugging others to fight them for you...
As far as I know, Montoya is still an isolated case.
Your drones are in position to triangulate Cobblepot's location.
Выберите андроид. Давай. Вот это посередине. Тут примерно. Так, теперь следующий андроид. Давайте вот этот. Тут небольшая уже зона поиска. Отлично. Остался еще один трон.
You go. You'll be alright. You're right.
Skyline.
A Skyline Club. Jesus, didn't even wait for Falcone's body to get cold, did you, Oz?
Going to speak with him, Bruce?
Bruce Wayne already tried talking with Cobblepot. It's time he met the Batman.
Клуб Skyline, 16 часов 57 минут.
If Falcone finds out I helped you, he'll kill me. Your boss won't be doing much of anything. Ever again.
Интересно.
You lot, come check out this office.
Мы здесь сажались в Фальконе, надели его на штырь.
Where is it? I don't know. Please. Names. You can help me.
Let him go.
Batman! It's about time. You kill a crime boss, you'd expect a word of thanks from Gotham's #1 vigilante. Oh, don't worry, I'll pass your gratitude on to those who made it happen.
The only thing you'll get from me is a trip downtown.
Is this about Falcone? We all saw how you felt about Falcone. Impaling a man on live TV. If you were truly the defender of this city, you'd have finished the job yourself. Admit it, Falcone deserved to die. Vermin like Falcone, they deserve to be stomped out. Believe me, I know.
Falcone had it coming, but that doesn't mean you're off the hook.
I like your choice of words. You know how to create an impression. As a show of good faith, I'm gonna let this one go. How's about we talk this through? We'll deal with Falcone. Now, if we could just cut out the rest of the rot, like Wayne and Hill, ordinary folks might be able to breathe.
Oswald Cobblepot. What is it about this place that attracts criminal scum like you?
Gotta admit, you've got flair. Here's the thing. I actually admire you, Batman. We both want the same kinds of things. Me and my people, we've got big plans for Gotham.
They found Catwoman.
What do you want with her?
We had a deal. She didn't make good on it. So sorry this didn't work out, mate. I'd stay to watch. I would, but I still got a Catwoman problem to deal with.
Кстати, интересно, он стоматолога обслуживается. Прекрасные зубы у него. Ладно. По-моему, надо еще ломать. Вот это он нас выгнул. Его уже здесь нету.
Track down Selena Kyle.
I'll find her right away.
Брюс, мне надо с тобой срочно поговорить. Полная колода, 6 вечера без плащей. И без плащей, так без плащей. Девушку послушаем. Клуб Skyline, 18 часов 26 минут. На полчаса Брюс опоздал. Непунктуальный чувачок Брюс. Ладно, а общаться с вселенной мы, ребят, будем с вами уже в следующей части. Спасибо вам за внимание. Не забываем подписываться на канал, ставить лайки, а также комментировать и посещать мой сайт videogamepro.gmail.com. Ссылочка в описании. Удачи, пока, всем пока.